Welcome to the Daily Bollocks. Today we're presenting Reform UK's policy paper, Save Our Pubs, which is a fiscally neutral 5-point plan designed to rescue a British national institution. As Lee Anderson MP has said, every pub is a parliament. The British pub is the heart and soul of our great nation. Our mission is to implement a comprehensive and immediate rescue package for British pubs and the wider hospitality sector. Crucially, this plan is fully funded by a specific mechanism, reinstating the 2-child limit on universal credit, which will save £3 billion by 2029-30. This limit will explicitly not apply to British families where both parents are in work. To understand the urgency, we must look at the timeline of this crisis. From an historical baseline of 69,000 pubs operating across the UK, we reached a breaking point by mid-2023, where almost 30 pubs were closing every single week under the weight of taxes and energy bills. By the end of 2024, just 45,000 remained. If current policies remain unchallenged, projections show a catastrophic collapse to as few as 10,000 pubs by 2040. Every closure erodes community cohesion, destroys local identity and costs jobs. Who's responsible for this? Both legacy parties. The Conservatives imposed the highest alcohol duty hikes in almost 50 years and championed dogmatic net zero policies that pushed energy overheads to exorbitant levels. Labour's autumn budget made it worse, with a 76% business rate raid, costing the average pub £12,900 over 3 years, and an employer national insurance spike that added £1 billion in wage costs. Reform UK will take immediate action. We will repeal net zero laws to instantly slash energy overheads, progressively abolish business rates and reverse punitive wage taxes. Our 5-point plan begins with tax equality. Point 1, levelling the playing field. Right now, most supermarket food is entirely exempt from VAT, while every single item sold in a pub is hit with a 20% VAT rate on top of alcohol duties. The reform solution is to cut VAT across the entire hospitality sector to 10%. This halves the burden, allowing local pubs to compete fairly against giant supermarket chains. Point 2 addresses Labour's tax on work. We will completely scrap the employer national insurance increase scheduled for hospitality businesses. By voiding this hike, we prevent hiring from becoming 18% more expensive for under 18s, preserving vital entry-level jobs in our local communities. Point 3 tackles the Tory beer duty escalator, which has pushed the tax on a pint to nearly 50p. Current draft relief is completely insufficient to offset these constant hikes. The reform solution is to cut beer duty by a flat 10%, meaning a direct reduction in the cost of a pint for the consumer and a smaller fraction of the price being consumed by taxation. Point 4 resolves Labour's devastating 76% business rate increase. Over a 4-year period, we will progressively abolish business rates for all pubs. We will execute this by prioritising high street venues most in need first, expanding the relief annually until every single pub is covered by 2029-30. Finally, point 5 breaks the tied contract trap. Following the 1989 beer orders, large pubcos own half of the UK's pubs, trapping over 30% of landlords in inflexible contracts. Landlords are forced to buy exclusively from their pubco, paying a 60 to 80% markup on a keg, resulting in publicans earning sub-minimum wages of £6 an hour or taking no salary at all. The reform solution liberalises this outdated regulation, offering open market freedom so landlords can source locally with competitive pricing and earn a sustainable living. It is crucial to note that this is a perfectly fiscally neutral rescue package. The total gross cost of our hospitality support, scaling up to £2.98 billion by 2029-30, is balanced exactly by the total gross savings from our welfare reforms, which also generate £3.98 billion by 2029-30. Our methodology is rigorous. The VAT reduction assumes full pass-through to consumers with a price elasticity of -0.6. The employer national insurance cut accounts for savings offset by projected sector employment increases. The beer duty cut factors in higher sales volumes and secondary VAT impacts. Finally, our business rate relief is our fiscal anchor, precisely costed at £10,733 per pub per annum based on UK hospitality data, expanding from roughly 17,700 pubs to total coverage as funding permits. Finally, our welfare savings methodology. The £3 billion a year saving is derived from the difference between the OBR's forecast for entirely lifting the two-child limit and Reform's targeted alternative. We will only lift the limit for households where both parents are UK nationals and both are in full-time employment. The cost of this specific demographic exemption is negligible, rising to just £0.017 billion, allowing the vast majority of the savings to be redirected entirely to saving our pubs. Thank you for watching. Comment, like and subscribe. See you next time.